So what's up guys, it's Harry here by Nino or Quadgy, and if you guys are watching this video right now, that means you're either currently downloading or waiting to download the new Modern Warfare 2 update 1.20, which is actually the huge Season 4 update for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. On this video, you guys are going to learn everything that the update has to offer, including new 6v6 multiplayer maps to rock in multiplayer, a new Vondel sort of map for Warzone, which is just insane, new DMZ details, the new Nikto operator, which comes back from Modern Warfare 2019, and other sorts of amazing operators, all sorts of new weaponry, including an ISO 45 SMG, which is back from Modern Warfare 2019 as well, store bundles, and so much more that I gotta cover in this video, including the new battle pass. Let's not forget about this, baby. There's a lot of good stuff. So if you guys are excited to hear everything that's included with the Season 4 update of Modern Warfare 2 or the 1.20 update, then make sure you guys drop a like in the video, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. On this channel, I do upload store bundles pretty often on the channel, so if you're interested in that, if you're interested in Warzone 2 gameplay potentially, or even DMZ, I can also upload that on the channel, or if you just want a random video to watch and you just enjoy my personality, then you can go ahead and subscribe for that as well. I'm just blessed that you're even on this channel and watching me right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk to you guys about how huge this update is in terms of your console preferences and PC size. So when it comes to downloading the Modern Warfare 2 1.20 update on the PS4, you're going to get around 20 gigabytes of downloading. So that is a pretty hefty download. And then when it comes to downloading it on the PS5, the 1.20 update averaged around 16 gigabytes. So if you're on Xbox Series X or S or 1 or whatever the case is, it's going to be around 16 to 20 gigabytes. And if you're on PC, it'll probably be around that size, maybe a little bit larger, maybe a little bit shorter. So just expect to waste around 15 to 25 gigabytes of space, depending on where you're playing. And if you guys are wondering when this update is going live, it's going live later today in around 3 or 4 hours from the time that you're watching this video, or at noon Eastern Standard Time, June 14th, which is later today. So by the time you're probably watching this video, it's probably very close to the download, or it's already been downloaded and you're just watching for the content that you want to know about. So yeah, with all that being said, let's just talk about everything that's included with this huge update for Modern Warfare 2. Before I start talking about the content, just know that a lot of the content is going to be focused on Vondel/Warzone. They have been promoting Vondel like crazy because it's the new Amsterdam, Netherlands sort of map that is now present in Warzone, and a lot of the 6v6 maps are going to be derived from this new Resurgence experience, including the mid-season update 6v6 maps. So, you know, sorry if I keep talking about Vondel here, it's just the main promotional part of this update. So, yeah, to start things off, Vondel's the new map. Is going to have 72 operators for Resurgence modes, and it's going to be 18 operators for DMZ. As you guys know, I am not mostly a Warzone 2, or I'm not mostly a DMZ channel, but I could play some DMZ, and on my main channel, I might even experiment with some Warzone 2, just because Vondel seems to be a very good map. It's developed by Binox, and we got a lot to talk about with it. So there's a new limited time mode regarding Vondel called Lockdown. And Lockdown is pretty much where multiplayer and hardpoint, or you know, multiplayer's hardpoint goes on to Warzone 2. There's going to be a huge zone that operators are going to have to lock down, and it's going to be kind of a nice little mini replacement for Plunder. Whenever Plunder's not around, Lockdown will be around, and you'll be able to start off with your loadout, battle people within the lockdown or the hardpoint, and you just want to be able to hold that lockdown as much as possible until the time limit or the score limit gets reached. So it's very similar in that sense, and it should be pretty fun. I might even post some gameplay on here on the channel if they start to do a little bit more of a focus on that. And then obviously we got Resurgence on Vondel, which is going to be a little bit new because there's going to be improved like quality and pace of play, including dynamic Resurgence timers, where if like players disconnect, then you're going to have even faster countdowns, because, you know, there's different countdowns for solos, duos, trios, and quads. And if for some reason all three of your teammates leave you alone on quads, then you're essentially going to be playing Resurgence solos, where you're going to have your own timer, even when you die. If you ever played Resurgence solos and you know what I'm talking about, it basically turns into Resurgence solos at that point, because you're playing by yourself, which is really cool. Within DMZ, they're also including dynamic fog, which actually gets in the way, so you're gonna have to be watching out for that fog. And within DMZ, there's just so many things that they've like upgraded. So if you want to know more about it, just read into the blog. I just don't want to waste too much time because this video is gonna be extremely long already. When it comes to a new vehicle, the tactical amphibious vehicle is going to be in the game, which is basically a mix between a big car and a boat. You'll actually be able to use this on both land and sea, and there's a lot of like water combat when it comes to Vondel, so definitely keep that in mind. It's going to be a very nice sort of vehicle to run. There's also the favorite supply box, which comes back from Warzone 1. If you remember during the last year of Warzone, you were able to, open this supply box and you'll get your loadout immediately. That's pretty much what's coming in with this, which is really cool. The nice little random loot box. There's also a new reinforcement flare, which is the new field upgrade, which when somebody, gets revived or whatever, they'll kind of like signal where enemies are at as they're spawning into the map, which is kind of cool. There's no longer a sandstorm in Al Mazrah, in case you guys are curious. So there's going to be, Al Mazrah is going to look a little bit different, a little bit more sandy, and there's going to be more of a deserty, especially in the downtown, where you're going to see a huge difference after the sandstorm change. When it comes to Season 4 Reloaded, there will be a new gulag for Vondel specifically, because it's also going to be Vondel Battle Royale instead of Resurgence, which should be interesting, but I think most people are still going to prefer Resurgence. And that's all the Warzone stuff that I wanted to cover. I know that was a lot, and hopefully I did a decent job of, like, putting it into an eggshell. It's just, like, there's a lot to cover when it comes to Warzone 2, and I don't regularly play Warzone 2. I'm more so into multiplayer, which is what we're going into next. So there's 7 new multiplayer maps across, the launch of this season, and then also the mid-season update. So to start things off, during launch, we're going to be getting the Showdown 6v6 map, which is Showdown from COD 4, which is basically a small map, I want to say, with a lot more close quarters combat, but there's also some longer lines of sight on the sides, which should be pretty cool. If you ever played COD 4, you know what I'm talking about. Next up, we got the Kustanar District, which is another core map, and it seems to be like a small to medium-sized sort of map with a 3-lane design, so it should be equipped for sort of SMG/shotgun play within the middle, and then on the separate lanes, you can use a sniper, AR, or other sorts of longer range weapons. It sounds like a fun map. We'll have to see how it plays. Next up, we got the Mercado Gunfight map, which is going to be in 2v2 gunfight, which is pretty dope. We also have the Penthouse Gunfight map, and I would love to see a 6v6 version of this, because just aesthetically, it looks really dope. Hopefully, they'll make it a 6v6 map at some point, which I think would be really cool. Next up, we got the battle map of Mawize Marshlands, which is for the 24v24, 32v32 mode. I don't really play that, but that's pretty cool to see. And we also got Akdar Village, which is another battle map, which is also coming at launch. All these 6 maps that I just posted or just talked about are going to be at launch, which is pretty dope. And then for the mid-season update, we're going to be getting the Vondel Waterfront, which is during the mid-season update. And they're just going to pull this map from Vondel and make us wait a whole month until we're able to play it, which is kind of crazy. But hey, hopefully it plays pretty well on 6v6 when we get the chance to play it. And then starting with new playlists, we also have 12v12 Search and Destroy and 12v12 Prisoner Rescue, which should be pretty fun. I'm not really the biggest fan of either of those modes, but if you want to see even more action, that's going to be pretty dope. And then during the mid-season update, we're also going to get the Raid Finale. And unfortunately, we won't be getting a Raid 5, it looks like, for Season 5. This will be the last raid during Season 4. Now, when it comes to the true content of Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer and Warzone, there's a new Assault on Vondel event, which is obviously led by Nikto. And this is actually going to be like a mini battle pass or a mini sort of a sector on the map that you'll be able to utilize on the battle pass, I should say. And you can unlock a whole bunch of stuff from doing this these event challenges. There's even 2 new camos, which actually have like graffiti/paint sort of like inspirations, which should look really cool. You'll be able to put them on all your guns once you unlock them. And you'll also be able to unlock the Tonfa melee weapon from sort of doing the Vondel events, which is really cool. I think there's going to be a pretty dope event. And then obviously we're going to get a nice little event refresh during the Season Reloaded update, which should be pretty dope. And now let's talk about the 5 new operators that are coming during this season. We got, at launch, we got Nikto in the Battle Pass. Once you buy the Battle Pass, you'll have him immediately, and he'll have a Tier 100 skin. At launch, there's also the BlackCell operator, which we haven't talked about yet, but we'll talk about a little bit later, known as IO, which is absolutely crazy. We also got Ana Vega, which is going to be in a bundle, and it looks like she comes with a really nice, like, red sort of, color print bundle, which looks really dope. Next up, we also got Izzy, which is an anime-inspired operator, and she looks very nice, can't even lie. And within the season, we also have Butch, which has sort of a mystery around him, because we don't know how he looks like, or what he's going to be like all about. And then within the mid-season Reloaded updates, we're also going to have Farah, having a new operator skin from completing the raid. And The Boys is going to have a collab with Call of Duty as well, and I'm assuming that's going to come out with the Season 4 Reloaded update as well. So there's a lot of new operator skins and stuff to unlock it, or at least purchase in this game, and that should be pretty cool. Next up, let's talk about the 4 new weapons that we're going to be receiving throughout Season 4. First off, within the Battle Pass, we got the TEMPUS Razorback Assault Rifle. The Razorback is a masterclass in exceptional manufacturing. This Tempest Armament Assault Rifle features a bullpup design and frame vibration control, resulting in a smooth and controllable full auto 5.56 weapon. Has a very impressive damage profile, rapid rate of fire, and is set to add to the already deep pool of jack-of-all-trades weaponry. So you can kind of look at this as like maybe a better M4. I've seen some gameplay on it, and it kind of reminds me of the FAR from Cold War in a sense, or even the Ram 7 from Modern Warfare 2019. So you loved any of those weaponry, and you want something a little bit similar, I think this will be that gun. And I think it'll feel really good, especially when I get my hands on it and give you guys the best class setup. It's going to be nasty. And if you're wondering where in the Battle Pass it is, it's in Sector D13. But I'll also talk about the other sectors that it's in later on. For our second gun, we got the ISO 45 SMG, which is also coming in the Battle Pass. And the ISO is a SMG that dominates with a high fire rate and the stopping power of .45 auto rounds. It's very similar to the ISO from Modern Warfare 2019, has a lightweight design and decent fire rate for short to mid-range engagements. Its high caliber rounds make it a heavy hitter compared to its faster firing counterparts, but you got to make sure that you're accurate to use this gun. So it's going to be very similar. I liked using this gun a lot. A lot of people hated this gun for some reason, but it was very powerful at mid-range, having like the fastest time to kill at mid-range compared to other SMGs, and was low-key an underrated beast. And in order to unlock this one, you gotta unlock it in Battle Pass Sector D19, which I'll also talk about the other sectors that you can find the other blueprints in later on. For our third gun, we have Tonfa, which is also going to be at launch, but you unlock it through the Assault on Vondel effect, Vondel event. That's a tongue twister. And it's a melee weapon that I think you hold with both hands, and I think it might be very similar to the Cali Sticks. I can see this being very similar to the Cali Sticks, and being sort of a two-hit kill, but very rapid. So that's going to be interesting to run around with. And then for our last weapon, we don't have any pictures on it, but we are going to be getting a shotgun of some sort at Season 4 Reloaded, which should be pretty interesting. Hopefully it's a nice little pump action. Hopefully the Spaz 12. We'll have to wait and see. Moving onward, we also got ranked play to talk about within multiplayer and Warzone ranked play. In case you guys are wondering about the rewards, we got multiplayer ranked rewards, including a new decal, weapon blueprints, camos, and all that. And then the same thing for Battle Royale ranked play rewards, or Warzone ranked play, which you're also going to get a Lachmann sub blueprint for finishing top 5 25 times, a decal for top 15 25 times, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. And then when it comes to the new leveling cap, the new level cap is going to be level 850, which is Prestige 17. And you guys know how it goes with leveling. You get these cool emblems, and we don't know what other calling cards we're going to get until we, level up through the levels, which is pretty cool. But now that we've kind of gone through the main course of the content here, let's go ahead and talk about BlackCell and the Battle Pass and everything that you got to know this time around for BlackCell. So they actually gave BlackCell a very nice upgrade, whereas before we got a lot of stuff already. You're still going to get the 1100 COD points. You're going to get a new weapon blueprint. This time it's going to be the Vaznev, which has like gold and shadowy tracers. The new operator of IO, which is actually animated, even more animated than Zero or whatever the heck the operator was called this last time around. And it looks really, really dope with a nice little shadowy effect. We're going to be getting another finishing move, which was really cool from the last season, but this time it's going to be a different one. 6 operator skins for each of the different operators within the game. But now within the Battle Pass, we're also getting 6 additional weapon blueprints, which is really dope. 2 vehicle skins, and then a new parachute and contrails. And this is the first time we've seen a new parachute in Call of Duty since like Black Ops 4, or technically since COD Mobile. So it's very interesting that they're going this way, and that you'll be able to flex as you're falling into the game, running the operator, I'm guessing, with a parachute and contrail, which is kind of funny. So yeah, you get, the 20 tier skips, the 1100 COD points. It's going to be for $30 once again for direct money, but I'd say it's worth it because you basically get your money back with the 20 tier skips and the 1100 COD points, but it's up to you if you want to cop it. I just see the value in it, and that's just my opinion. And the other BlackCell benefit, in case you guys might have forgotten, is that on the Battle Pass itself, the BlackCell has its own starting point from the middle this time instead of being on one of the sides. And as you guys can see, with the BlackCell Battle Pass, you can get the weapon blueprints for the guns a lot faster. So if you go down to D13, you'll get a weapon blueprint for the TEMPUS Razorback. And if you go to the top right, you'll get a weapon blueprint for the ISO 45, which is a nice blue. So instead of starting at D1 and then going to D4 and D9, which takes a little bit longer to get, you can take the shortcut and take the BlackCell route, if you bought BlackCell, obviously, and get the Battle Pass guns that way. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things within the Battle Pass that you guys can see. The new, you know, blueprint, BlackCell operator skins, and then the BlackCell operator skins, I should say, as well. And I'm gonna let you guys kind of look into that yourselves as you guys get on the game and everything. I don't really want to explain everything because you guys are gonna see it anyways here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and look at these store bundles that are to launch with Season 4 here. First off, today we should be having the Tracer Pack Crash Bandicoot bundle, which actually comes with our first Tracer for the Fennec since the limited time football bundle of Pogba, I believe it was, or Neymar, one of them. And this one looks really cool. We get it for 1800 COD points, so a very cheap Tracer Pack, and it comes with a sniper rifle weapon blueprint as well, the Insanity, and then the Let's Rumble SMG Fennec blueprint, which I'm gonna guess are gonna shoot out the Wumpa Fruit. In case you never played Crash Bandicoot, Wumpa Fruit is what keeps you alive, I believe, and it's a nice little collectible as well. It's like the coins in Mario, in case you guys don't know. And it's really dope. It's nice to see this collab because I am a fan of Crash. Also, this is also going to come with the first skin for the grenade. So you have a frag grenade, you can actually make it a Wumpa grenade, which I think is going to be basically the peach or the fruit. And you'll be able to throw it with that sort of effect, which should be pretty dope. Next up, we're going to be getting yet again another Pro Pack. This time it's going to be Pro Pack 5 for Griffin, which in case you guys don't know, this is one of those bundles where you buy it for money directly, like $20 is going to be in this case. But we also get 2400 COD points back, as well as this cool operator skin, the Winged Beast assault rifle, the War Beast shotgun weapon blueprint, and the Bruised and Battered finishing move. So this is actually sounding to be a very nice bundle, and if I'm around when it comes around, then I'm going to go ahead and showcase it on the channel. Next up, we got the Tracer Pack Cyber Riot 2, which seems to show off a ISO 45 with the green sort of effect. We saw Cyber Riot 1, and that was really cool. I don't know if this one will have an operator skin. I doubt it will, but I'm pretty sure the blueprints will be really dope. We got the Black Cat SMG, which is for the ISO 45, and it comes for 1400 COD points. Should have really dope stuff as well. And then after that, we also have the Tracer Pack Elementals Magma Flow, which is for 3000 COD points. And this was actually supposed to release sometime within Season 3 Reloaded, but they delayed it, but it's all cool. We get to see Ghost in this fiery outfit, and he's going to be legit breathing flames. And there's also an ISO Hemlock that's animated and has fire on it, which is really dope. We also have the Tracer Pack, the Ghost of Akihabara, which is a full like white ghost sort of shotgun skin, which looks really badass. And it also comes with traces for one of the Brysons, which looks pretty crazy. We also have the Tracer Pack Butch Operator Bundle, which is going to be a 4th of July operator bundle, at least detailed here from the description. It's going to have the Old Glory Dawn's Light Assault Rifle, which I'm going to guess is an M4, and the Bomb Burst Shotgun Animated Weapon Blueprint, which is probably going to be for maybe the semi-auto, the Expedite 12, I'm going to guess anyways. And it also comes with a whole bunch of other cool stuff, including a America vinyl. And then we also have the Tracer Pack Cthulhu, which is for 2400 COD points as well, which has Koenig looking like just a lord, I guess you could say. Really cool looking bundles. They're getting pretty creative, that's all I really got to say. And yeah, hopefully this video wasn't too long. It's gonna be so long. I hope, don't hate me for how long it is. There's a lot to cover. Let me know if you guys are excited for Season 4. And if you made it to the end of this video, just know I really freaking love you. We got store bundles to cover. Hopefully I'll be playing more Warzone 2 and DMZ and posting it on the channel, unlike I did during Season 3. It's Vondel though, so hopefully there's a lot more hype around it. I don't know. It's hard to balance doing a main channel and a second channel. But that's enough of me complaining. Let me know what you guys are most excited for this update, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep being big ballers. I love you all.